good evening, everyone. So now we have come to the last day of just before INICET. So a lot of you have messaged me regarding advice in general and how to prepare, what not to prepare, what to read. So this session is only and only about tomorrow and day after. So we are not gonna have any discussion about why you are panicking or what you have not done, what will happen after INICET. So, the first thing which needs to get through all of you, that if you want to do well in INICET with your current level of preparation, चाहे वो कैसी भी हो, अच्छी हो, खराब हो, बहुत अच्छी हो, बहुत खराब हो, वो मैटर ही नहीं करता. सबसे ज्यादा जो मैटर करता है वो लास्ट 3 hours है. सो आवर डिस्कशन is just and just about making or breaking those 3 hours, which is on 17th of May, and nothing less and nothing more. So, my talk will be concentrated to that, and your thought process and your questions should remain concentrated to that. Okay, first prerequisite of what I am about to tell you is gonna work if you first prerequisite of that is you have to forget how well you are prepared. Whether you are prepared well, whether you are prepared bad, okay, not so okay, could have done better, get over all those phrases. That time has passed. That time has no relevance in your current exam. Till you place that mental block that I have to forget of how well or how bad I am prepared, your rank can still be jeopardized. So, first thing, all of you will tonight make a list based on what is called as Murphy's Law. You have to make a list what all can go wrong in your exam. Some of the things which I have already listed which can go wrong in your exam, and all of you will make that list, and on the day of your exam you have to make sure that none of that happens, because that's the only way to give the best possible exam. आप सब ये पूछना चाहते हो मेरे से कि मैं लास्ट मोमेंट ऐसा क्या पढ़ के जाऊं कि मेरा एग्जाम अच्छा हो जाए. That is the wrong thought process. That is not how any battle is won in life or anything is achieved in life. Anything and everything you will achieve in life, you need to have a negative introspection into that what is going to prevent you from being that person, or preventing you from being that good, or prevent you from being on that particular rank list. So that thought process is to come. So all of you will first make that list tonight, that what all can go wrong, and you have to make sure that tomorrow and day after, on the day of exam, none of it goes wrong. And that is not about what you have read, what questions will come, what questions to leave. Okay, the first thing is you have to take tomorrow has to be the lightest day of your preparation. Lightest day of your preparation. चाहे आप जीटी में 160 स्कोर करते थे या 170 स्कोर करते थे, tomorrow you have to exert the minimum, and this is very important. The minimum you have to exert tomorrow. Your happiness quotient has to be maximum tomorrow, because unless you carry yourself in the exam in the right state of mind, you will not do well. Even if your current GT score is 180, it will bring you down to those people who are getting less than 100 if you'll go in a very very panic state of mind. And how not to panic is, first you have to give it way to that feeling that whatever preparation you have done till now has been done, and you cannot do anything to change it. Okay, you have to get this straight in your head. You cannot do anything to change what has happened in the past 6 months or 3 months in your preparation, or in the last 10 days. That is gone, that is past. You cannot change it. Whether you want to cry about it, there's no point. So what all of you, irrespective whether you are in the bandwidth of 100 to 90 or even less than 90 in your GT, or 170 or beyond, what you have is only tomorrow and day after. and you have to create that isolation effect in your mind that that is what it matters. So tomorrow, first of all, your everything which is related to exam, starting from where your center is, what is your admit card, what is the amount of time you need to reach your center, where you have to be tomorrow if you want to stay close to your center, and how you will travel, everything needs to be sorted today, not tomorrow. You sort it out, you plan it out today, because that's the first thing which is going to go wrong. If you mess up your something with your admit card, if you mess up something with your center, if you don't reach there on time, that is what is going to go wrong. You have to practice sleeping well tonight so that you can sleep well tomorrow also. You have to believe that whatever effort was needed, you have already put in. We all can think that we can do better, but we have to come to reality that the time of putting better has gone away. And whatever we have done, we have to get maximum out of that. अब आपने उसमें 5 लाख रुपीज इन्वेस्ट किए हैं कि 5 करोड़ रुपीज इन्वेस्ट किए हैं कि 5 बिलियन रुपीज इन्वेस्ट किए हैं, इज जस्ट लाइक हाउ मच शेयर्स यू हैव इन्वेस्टेड. बट आपने जो भी इन्वेस्ट किया है उससे आपको 110% निकालना है. सो यू नीड टू प्रैक्टिस स्लीपिंग वेल टुडे, then only you will practice sleeping well tonight. And for that, you cannot sleep with the burden of what will happen. Nothing will happen. What you can control is a perfect sleep. So your sleep should not go wrong. You want to study less tomorrow? Don't study at all. If you want to take a risk of not studying at all, you take it. But you do not mess up your sleep. And how well you can sleep is if you sleep well today, thinking that whatever was possible, I have done it. Whatever will be the result, I'll embrace it. And whatever maximum I can get out of the minimum hard work I have done, I am gonna get it. So the first and the thing was your admit card and your center. The second thing is sleeping on time, which is gonna go wrong. So these are the two things which should be there in your elimination checklist. Then your thought process that my syllabus is pending, that is bullshit. Everyone's syllabus is pending. Everyone's syllabus is pending. Whether you are standing at GT of 110, 90, 80, 70, 50 or 170, everyone's syllabus is pending. Because I talk to thousands of students on daily basis, everyone's syllabus is pending. So you get this straight to your head. Everyone is forgetting everything. Everyone. So this is a thought process which is not limited to you, it is limited to everyone. It is generalized. सबको सब कुछ भूलता है, सबको ऐसा ही लगता है. So this is one thing which is gonna stop you from doing well. So this should be a third point in your checklist, that I will not think tomorrow that I am forgetting everything. This is what you have to prevent. Then the next thing is tomorrow you have to prevent any distraction which can mess up your head. It might be your family member. It might be a very close friend. It might be your boyfriend. It might be your ex-boyfriend, ex-girlfriend, whatever. Or a colleague or a competitor. Tomorrow you are not going to receive any nonsense call, which is going to make you feel that your preparation is inadequate. And thousands of people are capable of making you think that preparation is inadequate. I am telling you, your preparation is adequate. It is dependent upon you how much you gash out of it. क्योंकि प्रेपरेशन की कोई तो अंत नहीं है. आप 1 साल लगा सकते हो, आप 10 साल भी लगा सकते हो. प्रेपरेशन तब भी खत्म नहीं होगी. बट आपको कल के दिन में ऐसा कोई इंसान नहीं चाहिए who makes you feel that you are not good enough. So that is what you need to eliminate. That 1 or 2 people who are going to make you feel your preparation is not good enough. You eliminate that. The next is going to be your time management. If you mess up your time management, and none of you I want going in a panic state just before entering your exam hall कि 4 किताबें खोली हुई हैं, आप लोगों ने BTR खोला हुआ है और देख लें लास्ट मोमेंट मैम ने क्या पढ़ा है. अरे इतने टाइम से वही पढ़ रहे हो ना जो मैम ने पढ़ा है. लास्ट मोमेंट पैनिक करके 10 चीजों के भाग के कुछ नहीं होने वाला. आपको लगता है आप लास्ट मोमेंट एक सेक्शन देख लोगे, वो आप चाहे हो सकता है एग्जाम में आ जाए और आप उल्टी मार दो उसको, बट उस पैनिक में आप वो 10 क्वेश्चन ठीक करके जाओ, गलत करोगे जो आप इजीली ठीक कर सकते थे अगर आप रिलैक्स जाते. सो आप में से मुझे किसी को ये एक्सपेक्टेशन नहीं है कि आप सेंटर के बाहर बिल्कुल पेस कर रहे हो और पैनिक कर रहे हो कि ये पढ़ लू और दो चीजें अपने दोस्तों से पूछ रहे हो. People who get good rank, they don't do like that. They accept that whatever preparation was needed has been done, and we are gonna execute it to perfection within our limitations. The next thing which is gonna mess up is when you enter your exam hall. So अभी तो हमने पहले एडमिट कार्ड की बात की, फिर हमने बात की कि आप कल रिलैक्स करेंगे, आप किसी फालतू इंसान से बात नहीं करेंगे जो आपको परेशान करेगा, फिर आप टाइमली सोएंगे, फिर अपने सेंटर टाइमली पहुंचेंगे और सेंटर जाने से पहले बिल्कुल आलू बुखारे की तरह परेशान नहीं होंगे, एक प्रेशर कुकर की तरह. फिर आप जब अपने सेंटर में जाएंगे, आप में से सब लोग इस मेंटल प्रिपरेशन के साथ जाएंगे कि कल मेरा कंप्यूटर नहीं चलेगा. आई वॉन्ट ऑल ऑफ यू टू सिट डाउन एंड क्लोज योर आईज एंड इमेजिन दैट दिस इज गोना हैपन टू यू ओनली. आप इस चीज को अभी इमेजिन कर लो कि आपके साथ ही ऐसा होने वाला कि आपका कंप्यूटर बंद होगा और 10 मिनट आपके पास कम होंगे. आप उसके लिए आज मेंटली प्रिपेयर्ड जाओ. अगर आप आज मेंटली प्रिपेयर्ड जाओगे कि मेरे पास 10 मिनट कम है दुनिया से, बट मुझे फिर भी रैंक लाना है, तभी आप रैंक ला सकते हो. सो दैट थॉट प्रोसेस दैट थिंग्स विल गो रॉन्ग विद मी, यू हैव टू एम्ब्रेस इट राइट नाउ, दैट इट विल नॉट गो अकॉर्डिंग टू प्लान. एंड शिट, फॉर दैट ऑल्सो नॉट गोइंग अकॉर्डिंग टू प्लान, यू नीड टू हैव अ प्लान A to Z. You have to accept that something will go wrong and still you will hold the fort. That is how you win a war. You accept that you will face difficulties. And the next thing which you need to embrace कि INICET के पहले स्लॉट के पहले 15 क्वेश्चन मुझे लगातार नहीं आते होंगे. ये आपको आज रात को अपनी आंखें बंद करके ऑलरेडी इमेजिन करना है कि मैंने क्वेश्चन नंबर 1 देखा, 2 देखा, 3 देखा, 4 देखा, 5 देखा, 6 देखा, 10 देखा, 11 देखा, 15 देखा, मुझे नहीं आता था. फिर भी आप 16th क्वेश्चन कॉन्फिडेंस से पढ़ोगे. दिस इज व्हाट इज नीडेड टू विन द एग्जाम. Because exam is not about those 15 questions which you don't know. Exam is about those 185 which you know. And exam is about not losing your patience and calm without facing that 115 questions in a row जो आपको नहीं आते. तो आप सबको वो चीज करनी है. आपको ये लिखना है अपनी एलिमिनेशन क्वेश्चन चेकलिस्ट में कि मैं वो क्वेश्चन फेस करके डरूंगा नहीं कि ये मुझे नहीं आते. बिकॉज उस चक्कर में आप वो क्वेश्चन नहीं पढ़ पाते हो जो आपको आते हैं. सो ऑल ऑफ यू नीड टू इमेजिन इट बिफोर हैंड. क्या होता है कि आप बुरा मंजर जब पहले ही इमेजिन कर लेते हो ना, तो जब आपके साथ एक्चुअली होता है या तो आपको उतना बुरा फील नहीं होता या हो सकता है आपके साथ होता ही नहीं. सो यू नीड टू हैव, जैसे क्या होता है, आप लोगों ने एवेंजर्स की मूवी देखी होगी ना, तो डॉक्टर स्ट्रेंज वो 1 in a million पॉसिबिलिटी इमेजिन करता है जिसमें आयरन मैन हैज टू डाई फॉर थॉर टू बी डिफीटेड. So you have to imagine that 1 in a million possibility where you are going to win eventually, but you're going to win by passing through a messy road. So you have to see that Thanos of your exam right in front of your eyes. And you're going to imagine that you will face that issue, that the first wave of INICET, the first block is going to hit you hard. It will hit you as hard. It is going to hit you harder than anything. So you have to brace for the impact. वो पहला स्लॉट ही आपका रिजल्ट डिटरमिन कर देगा. आपको पहले स्लॉट में बहुत डिफिकल्टी होगी, आप पहले ही मान के चलो. और पर आपको ये याद रखना है, उस टाइम पे आपको मेरे ये वर्ड्स याद रखने हैं कि you don't have to give up because everyone else is gonna face the same. बट जीतेगा वही और बेटर वही करेगा जो घबराएगा नहीं. मैं अपनी लाइफ में ना बहुत सारी डिफिकल्ट सिचुएशन से पास किया हूं. उसमें ना मुझे मेरे बहुत क्लोज लोगों ने एक ही चीज समझाई है कि रवि यू आर ऑसम. तो कल आपको ना अपने आप को यही बोलना है. बिकॉज जब आप लाइफ में बिल्कुल ठुक जाते हो ना, तब आपको यही काम करता है जो आपको आपके किसी दोस्त ने समझाया होता है कि रवि यू आर ऑसम, कि डरना नहीं है, तू कर लेगा. सो आप अपने आप को आज तक ऑसम मानते थे कि नहीं मानते थे वो मैटर नहीं करता. बट कल आपको अपने आप को बोलना है कि डिस्पाइट मुझे पहले 15 क्वेश्चन नहीं आते, यू आर ऑसम. एंड डिस्पाइट फेसिंग दैट रोड ब्लॉक, यू हैव टू मूव फॉरवर्ड. विद दैट कॉन्फिडेंस कि कोई ना, स्लॉट 2-3 में ऐसे क्वेश्चन होंगे जो मुझे आते होंगे, इससे क्या फर्क पड़ता है, ये बाकियों को भी नहीं आते होंगे। ये झूठ आपको अपने आप से बोलना पड़ेगा, बिकॉज दिस विल बी द डिटर्मिनेंट फॉर यू डूइंग वेल एंड दिस विल मेक यू स्मार्ट। देखो लोग पूछते हैं कितने क्वेश्चन अटेम्प्ट करने हैं, मैं कह रहा हूं एज मेनी एज पॉसिबल। एवरेज अटेम्प्ट शुड बी क्लोजर टू 185 टू 190। बट आपको ये याद रखना है कि आपको अच्छा रैंक लाने के लिए 170 ही करेक्ट करने हैं, ठीक है। 170 करेक्ट करने के लिए आपके पास 30 क्वेश्चन है इस एग्जाम में खोने को, ये भूलना नहीं। तो जब कोई क्वेश्चन याद ना आए ना, या कोई चीज समझ ना आए, या लगे ये मेरे से नहीं हो सकता, तो उसको छोड़ देना है, बिकॉज 30 तो आपके पास है गंवाने को फॉर अ डिसेंट रैंक। और जरूरी नहीं है कि आप वो सारे 30 के 30 गलत करो। सो जब पहला क्वेश्चन जो ना आता हो, उसको देख के आपकी आंखों में आंसू आए, आपको लगे कि आप कमजोर हो, तो इट इज दैट थैनोस which has come to your door, but you have to tell him that will beat the shit out of you, because you have imagined seeing that Thanos coming to your door way in advance. So I want you to be that Doctor Strange who imagines that brutal questions coming your way. I want you to imagine those scary questions, your weak subjects coming your way, and you holding the fort, and you not giving up, and you telling yourself that you are awesome and you will get through it. और ये आपको अपने आप को एग्जाम के बीच बैठ के बोलना है। अगर आप नहीं बोलोगे तो आप नहीं जीतोगे, चाहे आपका जीटी स्कोर अभी 170 है, चाहे 120 है, चाहे 100 है। बिकॉज जो उस वीक क्वेश्चंस को, उन डिफिकल्ट चीजों को इग्नोर कर देगा और इजी चीजें ढूंढेगा जो सॉल्वेबल है, जो गलत नहीं होनी चाहिए एग्जाम में, वो एग्जाम में बेटर करेगा। नेक्स्ट चीज जो आप खराब करोगे एग्जाम में इज टाइम मैनेजमेंट। यू विल वेस्ट टाइम ओवर थिंकिंग। एग्जाम इज नॉट अबाउट ओवर थिंकिंग। एग्जाम में बैठ के ये बेहूदी चीज किसी ने नहीं सोचनी, दैट नन ऑफ यू शुड थिंक लाइक दिस कि दिस क्वेश्चन इज टू मच ट्विस्टेड। मोस्ट थिंग्स आर नॉट, मोस्ट थिंग्स आर वेरी सिंपल। You never should think in exam that there is more to this. Don't be the Einstein in the exam. Keep it simple. Most things in life are simple. Overthinking doesn't help. Don't try to make an exam. Don't try to make a concept which doesn't exist in universe. You tend to do that. And the second thing is time management. First slot is very crucial. You should finish 25 questions, around 25 questions in first 20 minutes. I don't want you guys to have time mismanagement in the first slot, because it will create a burden. You don't know a question. Now what you have to practice is tomorrow or day after, whenever day after your exam. So day after, all of you are going to practice that cursor method which I have taught people like nursery kids. You take up your pen, you take up your finger, you read the question to the last alphabet of the option in one go. The target is to read the question and understand the first point. And you are going to use that cursor or use your pen or use your finger to trace it from the first alphabet of the question to the last alphabet of the option. The problem is people don't practice in the real exam. They get lost. But this cursor method will be the game changer. It will make you read every alphabet, every word of the exam clearly, so that you do not miss that accept, you do not miss that option. And if you are not able to understand a question after 2 reads, you are going to abort it. Because if it's going to take more than 2 reads to understand a question, it is not worth answering. You have to go forward. You have to find those questions which you can read and answer in the first go itself. So what is going to go wrong? Your time management can go wrong in the exam. You not reading the questions properly is going to go wrong. Okay? If there's a question which involves a lot of calculation, either you spend time on it and solve it all together at the first go, or you skip it. Questions which are very lengthy, involves a lot of calculation, should not be marked for review. Either you skip them or you calculate and finish them. And most important thing, you have to understand the real exam is like a maze. It is like, you know how, I don't know whether you have played that deal or no deal, or that choosing the magic pin out of the lottery box. First, you generally they tend to give you difficult things, things you don't know. And in between those difficult things, they are actually hiding all those easy things which you want, which you know, and which you get distracted from. So treat all those difficult, stupid, numerical, non numerical, factual questions as distractors. They are just trying to take you away from the easy questions you know. They might be hiding between the slot 190 to 200. They might be hiding later. But if you get bogged down in the first slot, you will never reach the end of the tunnel. And sometimes the glory lies at the end of the tunnel. And that is what happens wrong with most people. They give up in the first set and the second, third, fourth set gets messed up. I'm telling you again and again, you have to imagine the worst possible serious exam in your mind today and still see yourself winning. If you don't replay it today in your mind, if it actually happens to you in the real exam, you will not be able to hold the fort. You have to see yourself facing those dreaded questions and still saying, it's okay. I'm going to find the easy ones and do them right. I'm going to find the easy ones. I am in control. You have to tell yourself that you are awesome and you can hold the fort. You are in control of this exam. If you execute this by making an elimination checklist today, replaying this well in your mind today, that things will go wrong. You are going to ace it. And don't let the world judge your preparation. And don't judge your preparation. Honestly speaking, your preparation has less to do with your final outcome. It is your mindset. The mindset is should be of that iron rule that whatever comes my way, I'll still make my way. That is what is needed. Whatever question comes your way, you will still make a way around it. Okay? So hold the fort. I don't want any one of you to study extraordinary tomorrow. I want you to sleep well tonight, sleep well tomorrow night, chill out tomorrow, spend time with your family, watch a movie, and kick everyone's ass the next day. You have to tell yourself 10 times in a day that you are awesome. And irrespective of whatever difficult questions will come your way, you will not budge. But the exam is not about answering difficult questions. Exam is about finding the easy ones and not doing silly mistakes. I will be very happy if all of you come back and tell me that I didn't do a silly mistake. And this was the best possible exam of my life. And no one is gonna replay in your mind your whatever you faced in your last NEET or INICET. That's gone. It has no relevance. It has no existence. I don't know what rank you got in last INICET or NEET. Has no relevance to the world also. Then why should it have relevance to you? It is gone. Had war been there, we do not have this exam also. So you have to understand in the bigger picture of universe, your previous INICET and NEET has no relevance. So get it out of your head and understand that you have just one day and make use of that one day to its fullest possible. Make that elimination checklist, I'm telling you, and replay it in your mind that all of this will go wrong. Then you will not blame that 10 minutes your computer got switched off. That's why you messed up your INICET. Your first slot came difficult. That's why you messed up INICET. No, nothing. All of this will happen to you. You imagine that you are the unluckiest person on this planet. All of this will happen to you, but still you will win. Till you have that iron rule, that ability to control yourself in your worst situation, you will not win in life. Okay? So, and no stupid anti-anxiety meds just last night before the exam. Okay? So, I think so. I'm very clear about what you have to do. So, don't ask me what to read. I wish you don't have to read anything tomorrow. Just stay calm. Okay? Because you staying calm is more important than you reading tomorrow. Okay? So, take care.